Hello everyone, my name is Rahul Kumar Sharma. Today I am here with a brand new video Python control flow. In my previous video, I explained you Python setup, environment variable setup, Anaconda, Jupyter Notebook and first program in Python called Hello World. If you have not gone through the video, please go through the video tutorial and then after that start this video. So guys, in today's video, we are going to cover four topics of Python control flow. First is if-else statement. Second is loop. Third is break, continue and pass statement. Fourth is territory operator. I will explain you where we can use these control flows and how you can implement in your programming. These four topics play very crucial role in any programming, and these are not only for the Python, but yes, syntax I'm showing you Python related, but we can use this concept in any programming language. First is if else statement, where we can use if else statement and how you can write the code for the if else statement. Second will be loop. I will explain you one by one. Let's move to the if else statement. If else statement, basically these are just the conditions. If condition is true, code will execute. If condition is false, code will not execute. So we can write multiple conditions if required in the program. So for example, in my first basic code, I have showed you first condition, number is greater than 0. Second condition, number is less than 0. Third condition, any other condition a part of these two conditions. Okay, so first when we write the any if condition, so we always use the keyword if, then apply the condition. Second is if else if means if this condition is not true, then control will check next condition. If this condition is also false, then control will directly jump to the else statement if there is no else if condition in the next line. Just try to understand this logic. What I am doing here, I am taking input from the user, converting the input into the integer, then holding into the variable. And variable I already explained in my previous video, the types of variables and how we can declare the variable in the program. As I explained in the previous video, this numeric number will always have the integer type of value because we are converting this value into the integer and this variable will be integer type by default. System will understand this is integer, so we don't need to explicitly declare this variable as an integer type. In the next line, I'm just checking this integer condition, this number value with the 0. If this number value is greater than 0, this line will execute and control will again not check these conditions. If this particular condition is false, control will check the next condition. If this condition is also false, then control will directly go to the else condition if there is no more else if conditions in the program. So let's run this program to clarify the concept. Just shift enter, shift enter. Something is wrong. I will just remove this keyword because this is the syntax error in the Python. Invalid syntax. Here this see the Python is very smart. Python will letting us know invalid syntax arrow this particular place, and you can see by mistake I put here pipe. Just remove this pipe, shift enter. Now you will see the input box. In the input box I can enter any value which will go directly here to check the conditions. So let me put 2. So 2 definitely will true, make this condition true, and this particular thing will print. In the num, just try to understand the syntax. We are giving this number variable into the curly braces, and whatever the value will be available in this variable will print with this line. I have entered 2, just press enter. 2 is positive, 2 is positive. If I enter a value which will make this condition true, so what is that value? If I make minus value, this condition will true. Let me try, shift enter, -1 will make this condition true. if I enter a value which is making this condition and this condition false, what is that condition? Just think. Pause the video and think what is that condition. Let me press enter till the time. -1 is negative. So this control is coming here. To make this condition and this condition false, we have to enter 0 in the number variable. So let me run this code again and we'll enter 0. You will see the output 0 is 0. So means the control came into the else statement. Let's move to the loops. In Python, we have two types of loops, for loop and second is while loop. And we can also write loop inside the loop, that is called nested loop. So don't be confused, Python has three types of loop. There are two types of loop only, for loop and while loop. Third is the nested loop, which is also the part of one of the loop. So for loop we use when we have, let's suppose, a series or some numbers, and we know these numbers we need to check one by one, we need to execute one by one, then we will use for loop. So for loop means, I have given the definition. The for loop in the Python is used to iterate over a sequence. Sequence might be list, your tuple, string, or any value. Hey, in the list, let's suppose I have given 4 values here: apple, banana, cherry, grapes. And if I run this code, loop will execute 4 times, starting from apple, then banana, then cherry, then grapes will come to this item. So this fruit variable I'm printing here, I like apple. The next time when loop will execute, I like banana, then cherry, then grapes. Let me run this loop. I like banana, apple, banana, cherry, and grapes. Let me remove something from this list. Now if I enter, the loop will execute only 3 times. I like apple, I like banana, I like cherry. I will further explain for loop in the next program, but let's focus on the while loop. So while loop will execute until the condition will true. So in the while loop we always write a condition. If that condition is true, loop will continue. If condition is false, loop will immediately stop. Here I have given you count is equal to 5. While loop, count is less than 10. And what we are doing here, we are printing something, and in the next line we are modifying the value of count. And what modification we are doing here, we are adding something, we are plus equal to 1. So this means the count is equal to, if I write this one, count, this means count, the whatever the value we have in the count will add 1. So every time when the loop will execute, one value will increase into the count, and count will continue until this loop will continue until this condition will true. Once this condition will false, control will come out from the loop. So let me run this code. Here count is equal to 5, then 6, then 7, then 8, then 9. Printing is going on, but once the count value became 10 here, control came here, check 10 is less than 10, condition is false, control came out from the loop. Let me modify this condition something. Let's suppose count is equal to 5. If I'm writing this code as a, if I show you here, I showed you the plus, now I will show you minus. How the minus will come? Initially we have the count value 5, which is this one. If I make it 0, because we want to make this loop reverse 0, but we need to change this condition also to the greater than. If count is greater than 0, because initially count is greater than 0, this condition is true because count value is 5. We'll print this line, then count one value will decrease from the 5. So in second time value will be 4, third time value will be 3, fourth time value will be 2, then last time value will be 1. Let me print this value. If you are not understanding, just pause the video, think how this condition will execute. Yes. So counting down 5, counting down 10, counting down 3, counting down 2, counting down 1. Initially when I showed you, so basically we were increasing the value. This time we are decreasing the value. That's it. Next is break, continue and pass statement. I will explain you. Break, exit the loop permanently. So basically in any program when loop is running and system defined keyword break is coming somewhere, the loop will exit immediately and any other condition will not be checked by the control. If if the continue is coming in anywhere in the loop, this means the remaining code of the loop will not execute. Just try to understand the difference. Break means permanent out from the loop. Continue means the remaining code after continue keyword will not execute, but control will again come to the loop and once will check the condition is still true, will go and execute the remaining code. So where we will write the break and where we will write the continue keyword, we will understand from this one. Then I will come to the pass. Next is break, continue and pass statement. Break, exit the loop permanently. Continue, skip the loop. Pass do nothing. So I will explain you. So break, just try to understand. Imagine there is a loop. Loop is going on. Suddenly a break statement came somewhere in the loop. So once the break keyword will come, loop will exit immediately. No further check in the loop and next line will be executed. Means the control will come out permanently from the loop. Continue keyword will come inside the loop somewhere, then remaining code of the continue will not execute, but control will go to the condition again, will check if the condition is still true, control will go inside the loop, then we'll check again continue. So the code which is top of the continue will be permanently executed if the condition of the continue is true. I will show you how it will work. From the program you will understand it very clearly. For num in range 1 to 10. So first time what will be the value of num? 1. Which is, this condition is true? No. This condition is true? No. But here the value will print. Second time condition will false, again false, print. Third time condition will true, then this particular value will print. Continue keyword will come. Once the continue keyword will come, control will not go anywhere. Control will directly jump to the loop. Then condition 4 will print here. Condition 5 will true. Control will print this one and the break statement will come after 5. Just after 5 break statement will come and nothing will be checked by the control and the loop will exit. Okay, let me run this program. Think twice, pause the video, think what will be the output of this program. So as I explained, just see the output is accordingly. Yes, so first time print is equal to 1, second time 2 because both the conditions are false, third time this condition is true, this particular value will print which is printing here, and continue keyword came, so that's why this condition, these code will not execute. Next time 4 came, this is false, but 4 printed here, this one. Next time 5 came, this is false, this one is true, and this particular value printed. Break came after 5 and break came means control came out from the loop, no further checking of the condition. So these are the continue and break keyword, how these two keywords work in the programming, and believe me, these two keywords play very crucial role in any programming. Just do practice as more as you can do. Download the notebook from my link given into the video and do practice. As I explained, pass keyword basically is a keyword which is used in the program. If we don't know the logic, we will just write the pass keyword. Once the logic will clear, we have doubt, we don't know how to write the logic for this particular thing, we will write the pass keyword and will write the code in the next functions and next lines. Once the logic will clear, after discussing with someone, we will replace pass keyword with the logic. So just focus on this line. Here I am writing a loop to run, to iterate the Python string. First time p will come in this variable, condition will check false, nothing will happen, this value will be printed. Second time y, then t, then h. Once the h will come, system will look for something here, but we don't know what to write here, and we are not clear about the logic. We will just write the pass keyword and will work on the rest of the things. Now, in this case, this pass keyword is irrelevant, to be frank, and this condition which we are writing, that is also useless for now. But if in future we will write some code here, then this condition and everything will be useful. Let me run this one. But in this case, just think before I show you the output. Pause the video and think what should be the output. So it will be P, then H, then T, then P, then Y, then T, then H, then O, then N. That's it. Let me show you. Current letter P, then Y means the Python character wise we are showing here. Next is territory operator. Territory operator, this is kind of for and if and else loop. I already showed you how the if keyword work and how the else keyword work into the Python. So here we will write if and else condition in a single line. If this condition is true, this particular value will return. If this condition is false, this value will return. Very simple, nothing else. So let me run this program. I will enter the value. Just think about it. If I enter 1, then this condition will true. Answer is yes. What will return? This one. If I enter 0, this condition will be true. This condition will be false, and this particular value will return. If I enter -1, this condition will be false. This value will return. So let me enter here. First I will enter 1. Number is positive, and this positive value returned and came into the result variable, and I am printing here the number is result, means number is positive. If I enter here, let me run again, shift enter. I will enter here 0 value. Once I will enter 0, this condition will be false, and this particular value will return. And what will be the message? The number is negative or 0. Enter. The number is negative or 0. If I enter minus value, let's suppose -1, what will be the message? Same message, negative or 0. The number is negative and 0. Thank you so much for watching. If you really like this video, please subscribe and like my video.